Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to RAMBOMANIA. Now, before we get down to business, I want to give some very warm shout-outs to a couple of awesome friends of mine. Firstly, Julia Michelle Innes Ludabega. Lou is such a great part of the family. Happy birthday, my friend, and we're wishing you all the best. Her birthday was yesterday, I believe. And a very special birthday shout-out today to my man, one of the greatest guys I've ever had the privilege to grow up with, Mr. Jeff Crothers. So happy birthday. May it be the best yet. Both of these cats are just phenomenal people, and we're wishing you all the best. Lots of love out to the families and so forth. You know, I can't imagine my life without either one of you. So happy birthday, guys and gals, or tongue-tied again, guy and gal, to be politically correct. Now, very rarely, once in a while, you know, you're presented with something that crosses all the genres. You know, something very fish out of water, but cross-paradox, well-played, well-planned, unexpected, and a beautiful surprise. My man Wallace Lee is a specialist when it comes to this. His writing style is so wide-ranged that he can tackle psychological, you know, war, drama, horror, humane comedy, and all of the above in a really realistic fashion. His Rambo prequels are out there now in various forms for free share, and he never ceases to amaze me. You know, he could pretty much tackle any genre you give him. He's a great prodigy writer from Italy. We've had him on the show for a Q&A before, and we talked about some of his Rambo writings in the past. Yeah, and he's on book 5 of his saga, I believe. And wow, you know, just Wallace is just, he just wows you with it. He just really wows you with it. He sent over to me this new translated short story, and like wow. Like I said before, he can tread through all the genres, and he could, better than that, he could do them all at the same time. So he's gonna be here for RAMBOMANIA-thon. He's gonna make his return to talk about all things in his world and give us a little insight on just what he's trying to do and where he's trying to go next. And I feel so privileged to be able to read his works. You know, I'm so happy that he translated these works for us and submitted them for review. I remember, like, right before the submission, he was saying he was working on this thing all night. He just couldn't put it down. And I could see why after reading it, because, wow, it's such a developed short story. For a short story, it's just so developed. And I could see where he was with the whole, you know, not wanting to stop writing. Because I didn't want to stop reading. I just wished it would have went on forever. So I won't ruin it for you. I think I'd be doing an injustice if I really broke into the story, because I really do want you to read this for yourself. So I'll let you discover these deep, fathomable secrets for yourself, you know, because it is a short story, so technically I would be kind of spoiling it if I went into it. But I'll put a link to his Facebook, so add him and scroll down on his wall to read this epic short for free, you know, or inbox him and maybe he'll send it to you. I'm sure he will, because he's just such a great guy. He's got some other awesome links to awesome Wallace Lee projects on there too. You know, phenomenal Rambo mini doc included on there. You know, he's got an awesome YouTube page too with some of the earlier works from his collection. And wow, it's just great. It's just great to see someone actually try to delve into the mythological side of Rambo and explore the paradoxes and really try to bring something full circle that wasn't explored. And you know, really at the same token, I would have to say and suggest that this is great to read, and English is Wallace's second language. So I could just imagine how good this must be in Italian, in his first language. This guy is a prodigy writer. This guy is going to be a name to be reckoned with, not only in the Italian writing community, but world-bound. His views, he studies, the things he studies, it's just insane the way he studies everything. You know, he's really got the whole picture together. I would say he's almost a historian, because he really takes the time to research what he's writing about. A really great David Morrell quality, I must say, in to Wallace's writing. You know, you can tell where his inspirations lie, and you can just tell that when he focuses on something, he really does put that Midas touch. You know what I mean? It really is gold. I could read his stuff all day long, you know, 24 hours straight, because it's just so interesting, and it really helps to get you into that framework, that mindset, and you totally believe you're somewhere else, which is something that all great writers can do, is make you believe that you're in the book. Wallace Lee does that. You're in the book. Page 1 to wherever, you're in the book. And I just feel so fortunate that he's such a great friend, and also a great friend and ally to the series. And it's just, wow, you know, he just really takes the time. He just really takes the time to you know, to help people out, and his writing is very inspirational. And you know, over the many long conversations I've had on Facebook with Wallace, it's just a pleasure every single time to talk to Wallace. Every single time you're going to learn something new. If you're having a bad day, talk to Wallace. He's going to make you feel better, man. And he definitely knows the ins and outs of the game. Definitely knows the ins and the outs of the business. Like I said, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. You know, anytime now. He's just going to be the next booming author. And I feel so privileged that I just get to go along for the ride, and you know, make such a great friend in the process. You know, everyone who he comes in contact with, he's just very respectful, and he doesn't tread on anyone's toes, and he's just, you know, he's just one of these rare gems of people you get to meet. I gotta say that doing this series, I got to meet just so many awesome people that would just like give you the shirt off their back, and you know, everybody who's just gotten involved with this it's just wow. It's enough to make a grown man cry like myself. Can I call myself a grown man? I don't know, but I can definitely say I am touched enough to cry. You know, especially when it came to reading Wallace's writings. I definitely had some tears in my eyes, and I can't wait to work with him on Mossman, sorry. But we'll get into that in the future. Wallace is coming on board that project, and I can't wait for that. Like, if there's anyone who can try to capture the essence and the eloquence of what I'm trying to put together for Mossman, what we all, our little group, you know, me, Mickey, Jonas, and Isaiah, and Wallace, are trying to put together, you know, I'm really looking forward to feedback from Brent Whiteside, having him on as a script consultant. But really, if there's anyone who can kind of take that, and Cornell's involved too, as our tech advisor, and perhaps Ryan Shavlosky, we're gonna ask him too, and he's been trying to put together our stuff with Stephen Chang, but as an advisor, but I'm gonna try to bring him on from Mossman. And obviously Michael Chapman as well, you know, in talks to work with him on Mossman is just insane. talking with Isaiah about maybe doing a trilogy and a series and a spin-off or whatever. Michael Chapman really has the scenes that steal the show. He's the first one you see in the movie, and he's got a really big part of the heart. So, getting back to Wallace, if there's anyone who can capture that essence for a novelization, it would be Wallace. So, it's just a great plan I had to bring Wallace on, because there's a lot of stuff to be researched when it comes to Mossman. A lot of stuff that go way beyond the title. And a lot of folklore and legends and military involvement that I really wanted to put in the hands of Wallace to come through with. Because if anyone can do it military style, it's Wallace. So as all great things Wallace Lee never holds back. And once you enter that world, you'll just wish the pages went on forever. This is no exception. Straightforward Wallace Lee at his best, and a great addition and installation into his take on the Rambo prequel series. The translation here is just a feat of greatness in its own. It's so beautifully written. It's one of these great pieces that cements the serious side of things with the not so serious, right down to the title. A LILE knife in a bar, almost jokingly, but then bringing it back so serious and 100 times full force. Explores the concept of the great late Jimmy Lyle's involvement behind the scenes of the Rambo franchise. And one of the great things about this franchise is there are so many different cross paradoxes when you look into it. So Wallace gives us this great historical piece, but not only that, but explores the what if paradox of bringing Lyle into the franchise as a physical element. Bringing Lyle into the actual Rambo franchise. It's short, sweet, and extremely clever and well planned out. And it's shocking, you will be surprised, by this short. I can't say that enough. It's a must for any Rambo fan. And I won't ruin it, like I said for you, before, I won't ruin it. But once you immerse yourself, there's no going back. It's really, really, really cool. Because everybody loves Lyle. Everybody loves the knives, the Rambo knives. So many people have them. They're just works of art. So it only seems fitting that, I can't believe no one's ever done it sooner. To take Lyle and actually bring him into the Rambo mythos and lore. And, all that into the world and the universe. So, so hit up Wallace Lee and check it out. You won't be disappointed. You're going to love it, just like I did. So, that concludes tonight's broadcast. Thank you for tuning in. And when we come back, it's pure pop culture and RAMBOMANIA 80s phenomenon, with a few cool surprises along the way for you. For you at home, yes, you sitting there, you make all the difference, and we'd be nothing without you. And I want to thank Wallace Lee again for this piece. He'll be joining us live in about a week or two, so stay tuned, and thanks for accompanying us down this long road that is RAMBOMANIA. And like always, from the bottom of my heart, thanks for watching.